Welcome back in this third video on how to use MindMapper. Today we'll have a look at connections and how to use hyperlinks. My name is Arjen Teruve. I'm the founder of Mind Maps Unleashed and Carefree Mind, places where you learn how to remove the noise from your head and your environment and create a carefree mind and overview in your information. Today we'll have a look at something which is very important for your information and for your overview. Now, using the information of your training today, you will be able to create the real big picture of your work, and you'll know how you can manage all your ideas easily without getting mind maps which are huge and not clear to understand anymore. In MindMapper you can connect mind maps with mind maps to documents, Word documents, PDFs, email, websites, anything you want. And this is very important because most people who use MindMapper only use their MindMapper mind maps, usually as standalone mind maps. Fortunately, you are watching this training video and you will learn how to connect all your information together to create the real big picture. Okay, this is how we will do this. I will show you 3 ways of connecting information using hyperlinks and normal connections. And what this will do is give you clearer maps, smaller maps, but maps with the right amount of information in it. The first one is using hyperlinks. 2 ways of doing that. First one is pressing Ctrl H. For instance, I have this map and this map is getting, this branch is getting bigger and bigger. I remember what kind of thoughts or ideas or actions or whatever there is. So it's a huge branch in a moment probably. Not for now, but it's the idea that counts. We'll click on Organize, and as you know, you click and the goldish border appears around the topic. You then press Ctrl plus H from hyperlink, and what you can do now is you can enter an email or a web page, for instance Mind Map Shop. Okay, we'll press OK, and what happens? Yes, a small blue link icon is appearing next to the topic. When I press this, internet opens and you can view the page. For instance, let me do that right now. We'll click here and it opens in MindMapper, now available, etc. All this information in your MindMapper tool. Okay, that's good. But is there another way? Yes, there is. The second way is that you take the right mouse button, you click that, and it says hyperlinks. Well, you can also add an email address, arjen@mindmapshop.com. And right now there's 2 hyperlinks. You can only see the one right now, the top one. But when I click the right mouse button, it says there's the email address and the internet address. Well, we're not done yet. We'll click hyperlinks again and we'll choose a local file. This is my Word document. It's called that, so it is. We'll open it, and it is also added to our list of hyperlinks in this topic. Okay, right mouse button, as you know. This is my Word document. When I click this, Word opens, and this is my Word document. Easy, right? Other way around, of course, works also. If I create a hyperlink in this document to my MindMapper file, that works as well. But what happens if we, as I said, have a huge map and we want to create an overview from this big map that we have into a little bit smaller map and another small map? So I'll break this big smart mind mapping map up into the one we had, and we'll organize out of this mind map. Well, first we'll remove the hyperlinks, all hyperlinks, and then we go to the insert tab, and it says here something like split. You click it and it says, okay, what's the name of this new map? Well, we'll call it Organize. I'll save it. And there you go. There's a new mind map called Organize. And there is the original mind map with a hyperlink, yes, to a Word MindMapper document. So we'll fix this a little bit. As you know, we'll take a clip art, organize this. Okay, well, you know all this. I don't have to tell you that. But the most important thing is this map and this map are connected with each other through one link. And this is nice because if I had a normal new mind map, I would have to create from this one a hyperlink to the new map, and in the other map I would have to add that hyperlink again to the smart mind mapping map. But now this is all done automatically by using the split one. You can also bring everything back, consolidate, and there we go, it's back again. So it's an easy way to make huge mind maps smaller and clearer. Yes, I said there were 3 things that I would tell you about connections and hyperlinks, and we'll use the 3rd one now, because I want to get all my thoughts on the screen. So there is a relationship between these two. How do I do that then? Because mind maps only go one way, from top to bottom, all the way, splitting into new topics, but not to a different branch. Well, there's an easy way to do that as well, of course. That's done this way. We'll go to the home one, and then we have here next to clip art something like relation. I'll create a relationship line. I'll click this, and as you can see, there's a little line next to my mouse cursor or my arrow. When I hover over the thoughts, it creates red dots and pink ones. When I click on this red one, the first part of my relationship line is created. When I then click on the second point, there is a relationship line connected. Okay, I can give this a title, for instance X or something. It's not really important right now. I'll zoom in using this one, or Control and your mouse wheel. Red line, another red line. This may cause some confusion. So what do you need to do? You need to make sure that this line has a different structure or pattern or style than the other parts of the map. What I normally do is I'll use a dotted line, or I'll change the into stripes, and I'll make it a little bit thicker and, well, a little bit more. And this way there's a clear difference between lines in the map and between branches of the map. What you can even do is you can change the color of this line as well, or you can make it grayish or whatever you want. But as long as it is different from what you have. Also the arrows in the line, 1 arrow, 2 arrows, double arrows, whatever you want. I usually have no arrows. So this helps me to create different relationships or different connections between branches. What I normally do is I normally remove this name of the line, but you can also make it very small. And once you do that, it's not really in your face. But it is there, and if you need it, you can change it. So, but make sure it is different than the other lines. One other thing, when I click this line, you see the 2 red dots. When I click it with my left mouse button and I drag it, it changes. It changes location, so it can go to the top or the left or the bottom. Let's see what happens when I connect it to the left side of this topic. You'll immediately see it goes through the other lines. Well, there's 2 yellow dots as well. I'll zoom in. Let me see. Yes, this way. I can manually change this a little bit as well, but normally it's easier to go either this way or this way. So as you can see, you can connect different branches together. Another thing, very important, is number of hyperlinks on a topic. As you saw before, I had 3 hyperlinks, an email address, a URL, and a document. Don't add more than 3 hyperlinks to one topic. It's not really clear. When you want to add more hyperlinks, I would suggest you make sure that they go into one of the sub branches or subtopics, because that the information of the links is probably more relevant in a lower located topic. Another thing very important is that let's see, we have a document, and what happens now is that this document is on a location on my computer, and right now let me get this map with this folder. We have the smart mind mapping file and the my document, my Word document. What happens when I move this one to a different location? Well, you will lose the connection then between the two if you have a link in here. So I suggest you keep it all together. Another thing, when you are using a USB drive for your mind maps and your Word documents, and you plug it into another computer, what usually happens is that the drive is given another name, or a drive name. So it can be first on your computer, it may be the H drive, and then it becomes the K drive. Okay, MindMapper says if you have an absolute path, it says, okay, first it was C and now it is F. Can't find the document, so the document is no longer there. Link is no longer valid. That's no good. So make sure that this is a relative path. That way you will have less problems when you change your drives. And another way, when you have all in relative paths, it also makes it much easier to take your entire directory and move it to somewhere else, because all the links are still intact. That's it for today. Of course, only one thing remaining. Make sure that you sign up for the personal coaching call. Go to your email, click the link, sign up. Again, I had a number of very good conversations with your fellow mind mappers. Very interesting. It's always interesting to see how different people use MindMapper differently. And I would love to learn how you use MindMapper. I know how I use it and it works for me. And I am sure I can assist you in making MindMapper work for you as well. The only thing you need to do, click the link in your email and sign up today. You know the link. If you this is the link if you are not signed up to receive the training videos and you did not receive the personal coaching call email. So sign up then here, and we'll make sure that we will talk in a personal coaching call soon. Enjoy your mind maps, enjoy mind mapping, and enjoy the benefits of using mind maps. I look forward to working with you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video, in which we will discuss using Excel and Word, but not PowerPoint. And why not? Have a look at the new video for that. Enjoy, take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye bye.